Good evening, all. I'm Dr.A.Vaniprabha, Associate Professor, AC Department, SNS College of Engineering. Today, I'm going to share some important information about writing a research journal. Certain steps are involved in writing a journal. The first one is determine the authors. When designing a research project, certain list of guidelines are recommended. Under this, order of authors are most important. So, the order of authors or authorship for a particular paper has to be framed based on certain guidelines. A list of authors will ensure that all individuals to be involved in the project understand at the outset whether or not they can expect to be an author, and if so, what their contribution is to be. It should be viewed as a tentative list, as the final version should reflect actual contribution to the work. Step 2. Start writing before the experiments are complete. So, start writing while the work is still in progress. Writing often evokes new ideas. Even in the midst of writing, some new concepts or additional experiments shall be investigated or identified. These additional experiments shall be run on additional controls that is to be added at the end. If this has to be added means, then we have to start our writing well in advance. Step 3. Decide it's time to publish. It's time to publish when the findings represent a complete story or at least a complete chapter, one that will make a significant contribution to the scientific literature. Simply collecting a given amount of data is not adequate. Step 4. Draft a title and abstract. Drafting a working title and an abstract helps define the contents of the paper, identifying which experiments are being carried out in this paper and which studies will be saved for future scope of this paper. Step 5. Re-examine the list of authors. When someone is determined with the experiments, that particular author has to be included. In also the order in which the authors has to be presented. If the proper guidelines are followed, how to give affiliation to the authors, then the manuscripts is ready. If a list already exists, you shall make adjustments to ensure compliance with the guidelines. Of course, any changes should be done with caution and tact. Step 6. Determine the basic format. Usually there are 3 basic formats for peer-reviewed research articles. One is full-length research articles. Number 2, short or brief communication. The last, rapid communications. What is full-length research article? Let's see what it is. These articles contain a comprehensive investigation of the subject matter and are viewed as the standard format. It uses IMRAD format. IMRAD is introduction, methods, results and discussion. Next is short or brief communications. This is not as comprehensive in scope as full-length research article. These papers also make a significant contribution to the literature. Their length will be set by the journal but is usually 3,500 words or less and will contain up to 2 tables and figures. Unlike full papers, methods, results and discussions may be combined into a single section. The last is rapid communications. These articles quickly disseminate particularly hot findings, usually in a brief communication format. Or articles that have immediate implications for public health would be appropriate for such a format, as might findings in a highly competitive and quickly moving field. The lecture series will be continued in the upcoming videos. Thank you.